Good morning, everybody. It's Friday, the 12th of May. This morning, I'd briefly just to do the G10 FX technicals, looking at the MACD signal in particularly of the G10 currency pairs to see what's hot and what's not. These are the currency pairs I'll be looking at in this morning's technical analysis. Jumping straight into the MetaStock platform, I've got the Australian US dollar up on here. We can see we've had a bit of whiplash as the currency was kind of floating in around key support and resistance levels. You can see how the high was up here, and then it lost support of that bottom in that low, broke that low. We had a bit of whiplash there with a buy signal and then immediately a sell signal in terms of the MACD. Sell signal remains valid now. And the bottom end of this support line is now the next resistance zone, and that's at 74,396. If we look at the daily chart, the weekly one, we can see we still have a MACD sell signal for a couple of weeks now, and the downside target in terms of support are these lows. Yeah, that could be very much be where the current downtrend or bearish outlook might find support. So that's the next big area to test for support, and that's at 71.49 or 71.50. Okay. If we go to the CAD, we've just very interesting. We've just had a MACD sell signal on the CAD, yeah, on a daily chart. So it looks like we're going down there. The weekly, we're at a major upside resistance zone. These highs here, it's like a resistance zone. It's tried to break past that. So we've had a MACD buy on a weekly basis. We are at a key resistance area. So it would appear that the daily MACD sell signal is still valid on there. But from a short-term trading perspective, we've also had our alert showing that we have a sell signal in place today, and the downside target here would be this first support line at 136.02, and then these highs within the chart here at put a line in there at 134.51. So we have a downtrend in place, bearish outlook currently. Okay, looking at the Swiss franc. It's not opening. There we go. Zooming in a little bit. We've had a MACD buy signal, a little bit late, but it's we're sitting right here at resistance. I would be a little bit cautious here as it's close to a key resistance zone. The MACD buy signal did come late because we rebounded from a key support zone here, the bottom end of the cloud. So we need to see a further continuation, a follow through of this signal. We need to see a breakout past these highs for it to really be of interest. If you're in it on the signal, so there's still some time to be going long this instrument until we get to the resistance here at 107.27. That's the next key resistance zone, as well as these all highs up here. These are also key resistance zones at 1.03315. So these are the upside targets in terms of the current MACD buy signal on this rally. Looking at the weekly. Weekly is very much a range-bound situation. You can see plenty of whiplash back and forth. You do need a good trending market for the MACD to be efficient. So we have had a MACD sell on a weekly basis, so that that remains from a weekly chart perspective, weekly MACD chart perspective, remain in place. Okay. Danish krone, DKK, US dollar. Yeah, we've just had a MACD buy signal with upside potential back up to this old resistance area here. These resistance zones here. That can be the next resistance zone. So 6.9639 is the upside target for this MACD buy signal. The bottom end of that support zone is now the new resistance zone. So that's the kind of area that I'm looking for this rally to continue, or this retracement to continue to. Okay. And then the euro US dollar, had a MACD sell signal in this instrument. It's had a nice rally since the MACD buy. Took some profit off the table here. We've had a MACD sell after running into all the resistance levels here. So be aware of that there is downside risk for a correction back down to these highs here, these highs there. First level to look out for would probably be in and around the 107.391 zone. Okay, so watching very closely, but we've had a MACD sell on this currency pair. Okay, US dollar yen, a nice little rally after a MACD buy. And we're now closer to key resistance areas here. We can see here these old lows and highs is now a key resistance zone for this currency pair. So we are closer to resistance, watching out very closely for a potential MACD sell signal to indicate profit taking in and around these levels. But so far so good. Outlook remains bullish, as we can see from the bottom here. But we are closer to resistance, so probably some time to take some profit off the table on this instrument, on the US dollar, Japanese yen. The weekly chart, we are grinding back up. We still have an overall bearish picture, so we're at the closer to weekly cloud chart resistance zones, or weekly resistance zones, not so much cloud chart. It's not a cloud chart, apologies. It's a normal technical one. And so watch out, we've got 1, 2, 3, 4 weeks, maybe fifth up week, and then we should see this resistance come back into play here. Okay. So the next currency pair is the Norwegian krona. Lots of whiplash here. It doesn't really help to be in the sideways moving patterns. You can see you've got to buy the bottom end of the range and sell the top end of the range, and the top end of the range in and around these levels. So we had a MACD sell signal within that. So the downside target of the current sell signal would be these lows here. So watch out for 8 spot 51.274 as the downside targets for this current sell signal from a MACD perspective. New Zealand dollar. Yeah, bit of whiplash back and forth. Had a nice buy signal, immediately reversed back down to a sell signal. So watch out the lows here. Let's go to the weekly one to see where this sell-off can last down to. We can see here's a significant low here. First big one is at 0 spot 66.886. So there's downside a couple of points down to that key level where we'll be looking at what that level would be from a support perspective. So looking for this currency pair, New Zealand dollar, to start finding support in and around these old lows here. And we'll see if that support fails, then the next downside target would be this low here at 63.51. Yes, so watch out for those levels. But currently, had a MACD buy and sell whiplash, so we've had a big reversal. So the outlook is bearish going forward, looking at our bottom end overall trend indicator. Okay. Swedish krona. We've had a MACD buy signal here. Bit of sideways moving range-bound trade here, not a particularly strong one. So the upside target here for resistance to come in at 972. So that's the upside target here in terms of this current rally, this MACD buy signal. The overall outlook has changed from bearish to bullish. The weekly chart might paint a slightly different picture. We can see, yes, we are slightly trending counter trend, but we are trading from the bottom end of a very long triple bottom, double bottom, triple bottom support zone. So a little bit more comfortable in going long on that MACD buy signal back up to the top end of the resistance here. So watching that very closely to see if that's going to pan out. But so far, so good. A couple of points into the upside on this MACD buy. Sterling, also MACD buy, nice strong little rally, then a MACD sell recently fired there. Some profit taking underway here now. The outlook has changed from bullish the last couple of weeks to bearish. Where can the sell-off last to? Well, we could see this zone here as a particularly strong support zone at 1 spot 27.59. And the next level to watch out for would be these lows here, as well as these highs here. and 27, and then 26, 15. So there's possibility for this sell-off to last back down to the 27, 26 zones. So the overall outlook from a daily MACD chart perspective is somewhat negative. The weekly chart, we still remain a MACD buyer on a weekly basis, but we are navigating these old lows as now new resistance zones. So this rally might be pretty much from a weekly cloud chart perspective is running into significant resistance here at the bottom end of these old lows resistance zones. So watch out very closely. Potential downside is for this for sterling to dip back into this support zone and try and find support in and around the 127, 126 levels. Okay. And I think we did cover the Australian dollar, US dollar, but certainly the euro is interesting, pulling back a little bit there, and sterling also interesting. We've both had MACD sell signals on both those currency pairs. Okay. Until next time, happy trading.